Okay guys, welcome back. Had a small break because I didn't feel well, which is funny. Maybe it's because I was hungry, maybe it was because I played again since a very long time. I don't know. But I feel good now, so yeah, let's go on. Climbing back in this.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Okay, let's see. It's pretty dark, isn't it?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah. So apparently you just have to keep turning that handle until it, disconnects and you have a key.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Can we now, try to twist this thing? Let's try it, guys. So I keep turning. Keep turning. It should break. Which gives us access to the basement. I know we're not supposed to go here, but we should.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
It's still under construction, I see.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Whoa.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
I thought it was locked for a moment. Is it like a fridge? See a temperature meter here? It's saying 30. So... no, that's not a fridge. Okay guys, I feel like it's a bit dark. Nice, the lights go on. It's still a bit dark. Maybe we should turn the brightness a little bit up, if that's possible. Something like this maybe. I'm not sure if this is enough. I hope it is.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories...
like, it seems like they have been prepping for Doomsday. See that sometimes coming by on the internet.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Okay, so my screen is showing some kind of white layer, which is nice. Maybe I have to change the picture mode to something that has a little bit more like contrast. Set it now to AOS. Already looks better. Sorry guys, I'm also trying to figure out what works best for me. Oh, nice. So, kind of looking outside, but it's actually just a painting. Nice. In case you want to look outside, Walter, 1952 to 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
How does this work? Ah, like this.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Oh my god, another one. It's like a following day.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Watch that calendar, guys. Maybe
Almost
it changes.
friendly.
I hope the music won't interfere with the upload to YouTube.
And then one day, everything just
Oh my god, 2005.
stopped.
It went like 29 years further. I think before it was 1979.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Okay, where's this heading to, you know? This house has a lot of secret hallways. There's even tomato.
I know it's out
Ketchup.
there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Okay, I see a hammer here.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
And we're outside, guys. It just broke through that
Whatever's out there,
through that wall.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh my god, he was hit by a train. You know, I was already thinking about that when he was standing on the railway.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, so a lot of people were living in this big building. Interesting. That was the story of Walter.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Yeah, was she?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
It's real.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Oh, I
But
thought
there's
we
only
were
one of
waiting,
us
you know?
left. Or maybe 2. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Walter. Okay. How? Why this happened?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I see lights on the other side. People are living there. As opposed to this side, where I think no one lives anymore.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
You know, what is this game trying to tell us?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
It's a pity we can't run, you know?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
See the house. Especially that small room at the top.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Okay, guys, this is
3 of the gerbils
the
are
pet
mine.
cemetery.
2 had been my fault.
I mean, if you look at the dates, they aren't that long. 14 years. Chirpy is like 3 years, you know. Burpee 8 years. Yep.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, people, cemetery, I guess. Edith Finch, yeah. Molly Finch, Calvin.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So who
She
is
could see
Edie?
it poking out of the water at low tide.
Okay, how do we focus? Oh, here we go.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
The old house. Alright.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh my god, you better hurry up. I hear it creaking. Holy. See how small. I don't dare to walk on the glass before it starts breaking.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
So I wonder
They were both pretty intense.
what her mom's name is.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Was it like Bianca? I forgot.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
So guys, I'm making these pictures now.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Very nice there.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
She gonna shoot at the air?
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive...
Whoa.
Great shot, Dawn!
Oh my god. We got it at the exact moment the bullet hit it.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, so it's like I'm gonna walk to her. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Hurry up. We got that timer going on now. Hey, what's going on, Dad?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about it.
Oh my god. Okay, and that is how he died. I totally didn't expect this, but now I'm thinking of it, yeah, this could happen.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Yeah, so her mom is Barbara, right? That is Sam. Like so many people. Why were they all living in this house? Okay. Sorry guys. Okay, so what are all these?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
So I like that there are so many windows. Gives a lot of, you know, light falling into the building. Oh, this is bad. Lawsuit has been filed against you. You have 20 calendar days after this summons is served on you to file a written response to the attached complaint. Petition with the clerk on this court.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
We're not playing as a baby.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hey, we're controlling this frog. Why is that?
Nap time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Okay, this isn't good. He is alone in this.
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Okay, what is this?
World was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Hey, the frog is stuck there. What is this? Okay, I don't know what we're doing here actually, but like, is there some goal? Do we have to remove all these letters from the side? Knock all the letters of Gregory name into the bathtub. It's actually a trophy. Whoa. Oh, okay. I think we had to do that. Let's see. We got the soap.
I know how sit.
Here we go.
That I worried about a baby being too happy.
And
I
now,
could feel him slipping away.
oh, we're jumping out,
Sorry
isn't it?
about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Okay, I wonder what she's talking about. Oh no. Oh shit, it's gonna jump on that.
I wish you could.
Starting, oh no, oh my god, it's pouring water in the bathtub. It's still close, right? Yeah, he's gonna drown, guys. Oh my god. Okay, this is not good.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
I'm not sure why are we, you know, we see the story behind everyone dying, but why is that? Well, what's the purpose of building this? Curious. So we're swimming in the bathtub. Is there a possibility to save him, you know?
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Let's try to pull it out.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
We've had almost everyone. Still Gus, Dawn, Milton, Lewis, and Edith herself. You know, will this be her last day? Would be crazy if that's gonna happen.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll have to remove all the letters.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Whoa. Letters.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah, he definitely didn't like the wedding.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I wonder what happened with Gus. Oh shit. It's gonna storm. I think it's gonna... It has something to do with the storm. Maybe with some thunder. striking him, you know?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed
Whoa.
to think that nature might destroy the tent our
See all
dad
those chairs?
made.
So what is this? You know?
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
So does this just represent the big storm going on? While we're still playing here. Oh my god. Those were the last moments of Gus, I guess.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Alright, Gus. He was only 13 years. Hey, climb a wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Hey, this is actually cool. Like in this room you have another floor. Like you could save a lot of space this way, you know? Especially with so many people living here.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Oh, we're almost at the top, guys.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
So a small classroom, I guess. You know the thing that gets my attention is you have books everywhere. All rooms have so many books. You know, even this room. Like, everywhere.
But it didn't last.
Oh, it's storming.
Beginning at the end was
Oh my god.
Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh, I thought it was blood. Or is it that red, dark stuff? Is he still alive, you know, because I don't see an end date. No, it is pain. Because I see that stuff also here on the painting.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
How cool is this? Okay, let's see. This is a big book. Like it still has pages left. Imagine how long this, how big this book is. Usually when you do this, you have like a couple of seconds before you are at the end. Okay, Milton. We're almost at the end, I guess. Because we have been going through everyone's story that was on that map. I think there are still 2 left.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
So, you know, this game is now on sale on Steam. I think it is €4 something. Although it doesn't take long to finish.
Mom didn't want it getting out.
I think you can definitely try if it's on sale, you know. I think without the sale it's almost 15-16 euros. But I'm not sure about that. So I assume I have to go left here.
Mom definitely
All the way to the
blamed
top.
Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Whoa, this room looks cool. It's like a boat built into this. Do you see that? It's like the front side. Oh, there is a ladder here. Let's try that.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
So how old was he? See, he has this stuff here. Louis Finch locker contents. But you know, I can imagine he's living all the way at the top of all the buildings, so maybe there wasn't a lot of control here from other people.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What happened with his
Wonder.
mind? Oh my god.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
So you know, I'm controlling now both his right arm and that character moving.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss.
I will leave the fish as it is, because it's distracting.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
For a moment I thought that dog would, bite me.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Okay, so why does the fish not move? Maybe I have to move this fish in here. Ah, yeah. Okay, I made the connection.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
Somehow have to kill a fish here to go on. Or what is this? I have to climb. I have to climb the stairs here.
He held an election for mayor.
She's gonna jump?
And he won.
Oh my god, yes.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Okay, so is that his mother? Was moving with her hand. I feel like Lewis had some, definitely some mental issues.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Whoa, what is this? So flashy. All those different colors.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Oh, I can choose. Let's choose this one then.
sinister serpents.
Will it have influence on what happens at the end?
He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
You know, I'm not sure what to think about this.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
It's like kind of annoying. We still see that fish. Oh, we're back in here. Where is this place? I assume he is finished with cutting, you know, fish. His shift is over, he's going home. And then something struck him, I guess.
Began to forget the world we know.
Oh my god, see this place? It's like a mega factory. See all this fish in here. They're actually swimming, so they're alive.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
They're dropping dead fish in it. Why is that? Does it really look like this? I think he will get caught by such a machine
He began
and
to despise the man
you know,
with a royal contempt.
die. Is that Lewis? Oh my god, maybe it is. Are we supposed to... What is this? Why is it moving up?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Okay guys, we're moving to the light. We're moving to heaven, I guess.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
No one has a face. What is this? Something seriously off here. So scary. What happens if we try to get off the ban?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on
doesn't work.
advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Here we go. Oh my god, it's the guillotine. Who will get killed? Do you see that? It's a guillotine. Yeah, his head
The
got
rest
chopped
I
off.
think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
I don't understand why this happened to him. Like, I can understand kind of that he worked and got kind of lost in his work. But why
My brother was really cool.
did he get beheaded?
I wish you could have met him.
Or was that just a figuratively way of telling us that, you know, he died from the inside and then eventually, yeah, just got very depressed or something like that. Oh, how do we... We have to pull in.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. So this is about her.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay, so she left something for us in the hallway. Let's find out what it is.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh my god, there is another entrance here. Where is this going to? You know, why did they make such a mess in this building?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think we will get to know now what happened.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Okay, are we now walking in circles? Because it seems like we're doing that. Oh my god.
For a while, I wandered.
I don't know where we're going to.
I started seeing things.
You know, I think we will get to know now why
Things I'd
everything is so
forgotten
haunted.
ever existed.
Why, you know, as I said, things
But when
are like
I
they
saw
are.
them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Oh my god. And now I'm curious what happened.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
It's all so mysterious, you know.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
I think we reached the end of the game, guys. Alright guys, thanks for being around. I hope you have liked the gameplay. I mean, this game hasn't taken up a lot of time, I think 2 hours. But yeah, I already knew it wouldn't take that much time. If you have watched until the end, I really appreciate that. Consider leaving a like and subscribing to this channel if you would like to see more, you know, gameplays with commentary. My name is Chi, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Have a nice day, and for now, goodbye.